I'm Mike Wolfe.
And I'm Frank Fretz.
And we're pickers.
We travel the back roads of America looking for rusty gold.
Oh, what's up? It's been a while. It's been a while. We got a guest.
Hey, Chris, it's been a while.
Yeah,
It's been a while.
It's true.
It's true.
It's true. We got a guest coming in via Discord. We had plenty of, oh my fucking god.
Immediately.
Oh.
Been having all kinds of issues with this
Oh,
thing.
wow. He might pop up later.
Yeah, we'll
Keep rolling.
What's going on? My name's Xavier.
Hey guys, Ian.
And it's David Bean, known in the streets as History Chanel West Coast.
Here he's coming back in.
This is... Who the fuck is this guy? Who's that guy up there?
There he is. He's probably loading in.
Oh,
There you go. I was literally about to say the words. We've had all sorts of technical difficulties.
Oh my god. Go figure.
Holy shit. Okay, so you can hear us, right? Let's just make sure we're good to go. Okay, and your name
Chris.
is Chris.
I'm back on. It's been a while.
Yeah, it's been a while. We did Catatonic Youth and some Rule 34 episode.
Right, and he was on 3 Skype, so this is episode like 4 for Chris.
Yeah, 3 or 4.
making moves.
Or he was on the Forest one, yeah. So yeah, we are here, and we're talking about American pickers and some of their dirty laundry, I guess.
Dirty American pickers.
Their dirty American laundry. So if you guys, I'm assuming everyone here's seen American Pickers.
I'm familiar with the pickers.
With the show.
I'm very familiar.
It's,
Watched it quite a few times.
Yeah, it's every dad's dream show, I think. It's besides Ice Road Truckers.
There's a framed signed picture of them in our Dairy Queen in our hometown.
Yes.
So
They've been to both of our very, very small hometowns in central Illinois.
Makes a lot of sense though.
Yeah, me and Chris are from Paxton of 4200, and Gibson is what?
35 or
35.
6, something.
So very small towns. The fact that they were at both places. Well, I guess just one was in Paxton. But both were.
there was an episode in Gibson,
An episode in Gibson, and
which we can't play because they want money for it.
yeah, they want money. They want $2. It's $1 a piece for them.
God damn you, History Channel. It's $1 a picker.
But yeah, I brought Chris on specifically because he's visited one of the main stores, and we can talk about that in a little bit.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, we'll
Yeah,
talk. We'll talk
you're an
about.
expert.
Yeah, you have more of an inside scoop on how the business side of these men work, I guess.
Yeah, I know this is an American Pickers episode, but bringing an expert, I feel more like Rick Harrison from Pawn Stars.
These are the universes colliding.
Yeah.
It's already. But yeah, so we'll talk about that a little bit later, about halfway in, I guess, from what I have laid out here. But let's start with the main secretary, Danielle.
Hot.
She tatted up.
She is tatted up, and
Okay.
I'm not gonna
Picturing
put
the right person.
any of the pictures up, but there on Reddit are many pictures of her butt and butt cheeks and her feet, and she's very much
She does burlesque and stuff. She's not afraid of her body.
yes, but she's very much acknowledging, like, I'm putting feet pics up.
Yeah, man.
Good for her, man. It's 2020.
Chase that
No,
bag.
I know, it's just already American Pickers has, that's dirt. History Channel's probably be like, wait a minute.
Which one of the American pickers do you think picked her out? You think it was Frank?
So
And
Mike
it's like Frank's type?
Mike met her. She was buying some sort of antique, and they started talking, and then she ended up being the secretary at their store. Yeah, she just bought an antique from like him one time. That was, but they've been friends since I think 5 or 8 years or so, like before the show even started.
Bro, that's how I've gotten like every job I've ever gotten. Just because I knew somebody and met him one time.
Yeah, that's a big job to get. But yeah, let's throw this up. So she doesn't limit herself to one career. Oh, by the way, a lot of these chunks of information I have here are from this article on ScreenRant.com by James Russo, and all of this information exists kind of beyond James Russo, but he just did a very good job of compiling it all.
Okay.
So we're stealing his shit.
Friend of
We're
the
stealing
show.
some of his shit. He didn't cover.
We cited him.
We cited him, but we didn't cover. He didn't cover some of the stuff with our hometowns, and some of the weirdness comes from that. So, yeah, she was a burlesque dancer. That's not too crazy. She had a boutique called 4 Miles to Memphis with the numbers, which is funny. And she is it in here? She also did a documentary focused on Tempest Storm, which is a very famous burlesque dancer. So she's hustling. She's out there. But she also has tax evasion issues.
Dude, why is that so common?
Who wants to pay taxes?
Nobody.
Yeah, Uncle Sam wants some of this boutique and burlesque money.
Dude,
Taxes are important.
they're dialing it in, figuring out who's not paying.
Yeah, that's a pretty specific thing here. But yeah, I don't know if it. Oh yeah, she owed almost $6,000, which doesn't seem too
It doesn't seem,
It's not even that much.
doesn't seem like that much.
it seems like a goal you could take care of that in like a little bit of time. And when we get to their salaries later, it's gonna make even less sense that I actually can't pay off that $6,000.
This is a couple years old though. This is
2013.
Yeah, 2013. So she might be out of these problems now. Yeah. And then what else we got here? Oh, she left the show now, I believe. Not for sure on that. But they're in like season 20, dude.
Are you serious? Has it been that long?
I don't know. I think they might be rocking like 1.5 a year, 2 seasons.
Dude, these
a year.
weird shows that like everyone knows about, but you haven't watched for a long time, they just like creep up.
Yeah.
Like there's so many of them that you're like, holy shit, there's 30 seasons. How it's made?
Yeah, and if
It's
this
like 40.
and this morning I wasn't settled on an episode, and then I did quite a bit of research today. But if like I woke up this morning and you put a gun to my head and you were like, "Is American Picker still on the air?" I would
I just said
Coin
no.
toss?
Wouldn't think so.
Yeah, honestly.
I haven't had cable.
But yeah,
I
they're
couldn't
still
tell you.
they're still trucking. One of the biggest things that I've read about her is a lot of people think that Frank and Mike were gay together, and she jumps to any chance to deny
She said nope.
these rumors. But I think Mike has a wife and a kid. I don't think Frank does. Yeah, Mike spoke of his wife.
Fritz.
Yeah, the bearded charmer is what he goes by, dude.
He shouldn't.
Yeah, no, he
Wait,
probably
really?
shouldn't. Yeah, he does. It's in his Twitter bio. Bearded charmer.
Ew. Feels bad.
I'm gonna put in my Twitter bio the landing stripped charmer.
I mean, that's one of the more like tame fan fictions that somebody could create, though.
That they're just
I mean,
gay.
Oh, there's
Michael
definitely
Wolfe
American Picker fan fiction.
Dude, I wonder if
Fan fiction.
we were saying we did the Rule 34 episode. I wonder if there's American Picker Rule 34.
Guaranteed.
Well,
Guaranteed.
They're drawn up
isn't
like
Rule 34 just that like anything animated has a porn though?
yeah, but they also will take like
I would say
There is
there's
American Picker porn.
there's animated porn of
There
them
is.
for sure. There has to be.
animated. Whoa, like
Someone-
moving like
Someone just went in and drew them.
yeah, I could see them like anime style. It's like kissing.
They could deep fake it now and actually get their faces on there. Have you
Oh
seen some
my-
of those? It's fucked up.
Yeah, no, some of them are
It's
getting
fucked up.
real crazy. So real quick before we get into either of the boys themselves and
The boys.
their dirty laundry, there's a couple things that people just assume about the show because it is a reality TV show, so it's not 100% real. And those things are the planted items. So a lot of people talk about how certain things that are just kind of too good to be true just don't there's like almost no way
Mm-hmm.
they would just be out rusting in these places. So yeah, they're saying that they get some good ass shit sometimes. and then just go be like, hey, I'm gonna put this in your garage. I'm gonna buy it off you. You get like $50, and then Frank will buy a couple oil cans too, because he like fetish sizes oil cans.
Yeah, bro, he is fucking horny for oil cans. Mike is horny for fucking Airstream trailers.
Yeah, and motorcycle.
Yeah, and motorcycle shit.
So yeah, planted items, which makes a lot of sense. The producers are the real pickers. So they're the ones kind of planning out their journey, because on the website you can submit stuff like, hey, come to my house.
Right, the pickers don't have time to look through all that.
Right, so
Well,
like,
and think, yeah, if they got 30 producers or what, I don't know how many, but like just combing through shit, they're gonna
yeah, it's
find
History
a lot.
Channel. It's
Yeah,
a big ass crew of
a lot
people.
of money.
Like, for sure. And then ripping people off. So apparently, and I haven't found any of these old men like on a Reddit AMA, because they're old men that like live out in the country and hoard shit. It's like they're not on Reddit AMAs, but like people have said that they've talked to people on the show and that they're like cameras off and they do a ton of the negotiating, and they get the price.
Okay.
And it's not always the best, and then all of a sudden roll cameras and they chisel it down. But from what I've read, they don't get money for being on the show. They only get the money that is like what is in the offer, which might not be the best offer. So that kind of sucks. They're like, and
I
again,
kind of figured that they weren't getting paid for
Why
it.
wouldn't they though? Like,
and again, when we get to Mike and Frank's salary later, it's gonna be like, wait, they should have probably got like,
I don't know. Eric Andre's not paying people he fucks with on the Eric Andre show.
I know, but they're like knocking on
That's
these
like
people's doors.
an experience.
No, you're just trying to excuse it because it's Eric Andre. It's the same thing.
What?
If you're gonna say this is bad that they're not paying them, then it's bad that Eric Andre's
Well,
not
they're
paying
just
people.
knocking on these old men's doors sometimes.
How
Those
much-
people's agents willingly put them on that show.
This
No,
is
I'm
on
talking
the
about people he fucks with on the street.
Oh yeah, but that's
What's his salary
just pranks. That's the Eric Andre.
from that show? Because it's probably far less than they make.
But his overall income, I guarantee, is much higher than theirs.
Yeah, Eric Andre is
Yeah, but-
more of an icon than Frank
Yeah.
Fritz and Mike Wolfe.
No, and I'm saying I love Eric Andre. I'm just saying that, like, if you're saying, oh, they need to pay these people, then
No, I mean just
He
more
should
than the
probably pay
$50
those
for
people.
the oil can, I guess. Like just some sort of.
that's more than the Eric Andre people are getting.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, but that's like almost like a trial by fire. Like if you can handle your shit on Eric Andre, I think better of you as a person. Like if you're able to deal with that, like I'm like, okay.
Plus, getting to be on TV can be payment for people.
That's true. It has paid off, kinda, for one or two of these men, and yeah, we'll see. We'll get into that.
I mean, yeah, it's kind of like the Midwest dream, right? Is to have like a barn full of junk that you can just like sell to some antiquer that's worth like $10,000, right? This is like winning the lottery for these people.
Yeah, like I'm gonna be on American Pickers. I'm gonna tell my whole family to tune in. So yeah, we'll get into Mike Wolfe now, who's not. He's the lesser evil. He's not.
Mike Wolf's crazy.
Yeah, he's not too big of an issue. Frank Fritz is definitely more of the issue here. But Mike Wolfe's still very interesting. He's the one that actually is the true picker. He's been doing this. He's been, doing the junk
Since
hustle.
boyhood.
Yeah, since boyhood.
Okay.
He bought a bike for like $5 and sold it to somebody for $50. And this one thing said ever since then he's just been bugging farmers to get into their sheds.
Try and buy. All right, man. That's cool.
So yeah,
Mike is also definitely the more capitalist of the two, for sure. He's definitely more about making money.
Yeah, I think Frank Fritz also might be, definitely is dumber. And
for sure.
Lacks the ability to.
Mike Wolf's the mastermind.
Yeah, he's been called the oh shit, what was it? It's on his website. We'll see it.
Better than the bearded charmer?
I think so. I think he might be better than the bearded charmer. But look at this, 170K on Twitter. It's pretty.
I wish there was someone like super funny and random that was following. Just one person, instead of
Oh.
not followed by anyone you're following.
Well, yeah, this is our pod Twitter, which I don't think is following any
Fair.
accounts at all. So
Okay,
yeah,
never mind.
but yeah, just some obscure ass like
Yeah.
Vanilla Ice.
Vanilla Ice. Speak of the devil. We just did our episode on Beetlejuice, and there was a fake rumor about him being dead. It's a fake rumor about Mike Wolfe being dead. If you search American Pickers, the first thing is who passed away on American Pickers, and when you click it, this pops up, and it just says Mike Wolfe, the deceased, died at the age of 48 without life insurance, leaving behind a wife, Lisa. But then if you click this page, Reality Star Facts, it just says, yeah, this isn't true. And it debunks it all in an article.
Clickbait.
But this is literally, when you search American Pickers, this is the first
That's
Google click
amazing.
down.
Think how much ad money they're making. They're geniuses.
But that's so...
It's fucked up, dude.
Without
It
life
is.
insurance.
Imagine like his little
That's the
nephew.
worst part. Is the without life insurance.
So like him, his wife, and his kid are just fucking fucked. And he just...
How many people have had their fucking days ruined by clicking on that or Google American Pickers? He's dead now.
'Cause imagine-
Don't look into it.
Yeah, they don't click this. And then they're just like...
They just react and start calling people.
and then the next season airs. And they were like, what the fuck?
Dude, I remember I was telling Xavier this story earlier. One time it was my birthday, and then I Googled like what happened on this day, and I looked at it. And it was like this day this year. It was like Billy Joe Armstrong's died, and it wasn't true. It was just someone started a hoax that morning, and I was like, oh no, what a terrible birthday! Green Day's dead.
It's just, I feel like if you hit a certain point of popularity, there's just like a 1% chance every day you're gonna
Right, it's a milestone.
have this
Mhm.
rumor drop that you're dead in the dirt. Well, like, that's just so blunt. He wrote a book. He should probably have picked a different name because this book is called Kid Picker.
How to turn junk into treasure.
That's
Yikes.
oh my god.
It has good ratings.
Hey man,
It does.
somebody's got to talk to kids about their junk,
Yeah,
and it's gonna be Mike Wolfe.
this is Birds and the Bees. You're old enough to start talking about the junk and the treasure.
Also, if you want to not get like dick jokes, you probably shouldn't put a chicken right on the cover too.
That's their antique archaeology. That's their logo.
Yeah, well,
What does that have anything to do with that?
cock.
His last name's Wolfe. He's got a
Wolf
chicken
cock.
in his logo.
Dude, maybe you wouldn't be amazed at how many dog shit logos like billion-dollar companies have.
Yeah, I mean, like, it's more memorable than most logos, honestly. But it's just like, why, dude?
Who's gonna wear a shirt with that on it? Because I wouldn't.
Dude, that's most of what they sell now. That is where most of his money comes from now, is selling fucking merch.
Yes, he has the merch of like the store and the show, and then he also, Dave found, he's got his own company.
He does have his own clothing line.
And it's we'll pull that pull that up I think pretty soon. And so let's hop over real quick to the Kid Pickers Twitter though.
At
'Cause-
Kid Picker.
Kid Pickers is not only a book, it is also a real show that Mike Wolfe pitched to multiple networks
Yeah,
and channels at one point, where he wanted to literally just have kids doing this shit, doing the American Picker shit.
Rummaging around like old rusty fucking barns,
Yeah.
picking out junk.
getting tetanus.
So I just imagine them trying to pick up one of those signs and they just fall like straight back.
So Kid
Ow!
and
No.
it's not doing too great. 342 followers compared to his 169K.
Damn, not similar levels of clout.
Yeah, kidpickers.com got a 404 error also.
Damn.
Who is that? Capri Sun Big Pouch in Walmart?
Yeah, did you
Hey,
catch
that's
that,
my
Mike?
nickname for the next episode.
Dude, he like said it like it's a person, like that's a rapper's name.
That's what
That's the Capri Sun version of the Kool-Aid Man.
It's just this like
Is it
very-
It's just a
actually?
humanoid Capri Sun pouch.
It's real.
but yeah,
That's what I pictured. Like Capri Sun Big Pouch. Yo, what's up?
so yeah, who wants to go picking with me?
Hey kids.
Kid, you want to go picking with me? So,
Hey,
yeah.
you want to go pick it with me? Just hop in my van.
So yeah, again, just this is just pretty unfortunate. Just not being aware, I guess, of how this comes across at all. It's for kids 7 to 14 who love to pick. But like he was in that position at one point, and I guess he probably wishes he had a mentor.
He just wants to like share his knowledge, but it's just not, the delivery's not good.
Yeah, Kid Picker's not the right not the right name. But yeah, like Dave said, did pitch a show. Also pitched a show of a sitcom.
Oh.
A workplace comedy set in an antiques and collectible shop. He pitched that too. He was trying to get that going. That
I'm surprised Chuck Lorre didn't pick that up. You'd do double features. You could watch that, and then the new episode of Disjointed right after each.
Yeah. What do you think this would be rated? Do you think it'd be like the Carfellas with Big Time Tommy?
No, it would be family friendly.
It would go for 4 episodes and get canceled.
Yeah. I'd have too many kids getting picked in it.
It says CBS bought the pilot down there. Did you see that?
Yeah, but then this article's from at least 2 years ago. I'm guessing it's talking about 2 to 3 years. So this is, I think CBS has owned the pilot of this show for like 5 or 6 years.
Just locked it away in case they get real desperate.
It might, yeah. Who knows? With the quarantine, they might be like, all right, we need to get this out.
Fuck it.
Get this going.
And you never need to have multiple people if it's setting up antique shop.
Yeah.
That motherfucker's empty.
It'll just be like the same old man coming in every day. Like, so then Dave wanted me to get the footage of the Gibson episode because there's some continuity errors. I guess just lies. I guess it would just be lies because there's footage of them driving through Gibson. And it's just most certainly not Gibson.
Yeah, it's probably somewhere a nicer downtown area. But I've driven through downtown Gibson. There's only so much of it. I've seen it all. It's not the clips they use.
Yeah. So I couldn't get that because I didn't want to pay $1.99. But here we go. So I see this on American Pickers tonight. It says Colorado on the screen, but I'll be damned if that ain't the Twin Drive-In on Kentucky Road in Independence. And I looked it up, and that's most certainly in Independence, Missouri, and not Colorado.
Ooh.
So
What is even so?
Yeah, what's the point?
What's the point? Why wouldn't you just say you're in Missouri?
I don't get it. Like, just I'm in
I don't
Missouri.
know why it would like ever matter at all.
Well, they're just using different drive-by footage, and you could probably say, "Oh, it's a mistake," but it kind
Probably
of
what
seems
they would
like they were
say.
just like, "Well, this one looks like shit. Let's use one of the ones we didn't use."
Yeah. But yeah,
Independence, they probably had 2 good shots from there, and they were like, "Well, we'll just use one as another."
yeah.
You won't be able to tell.
Until somebody goes, "Wait a minute, I live there,"
Right.
and that's not it. Okay, so here's Mole Man.
He's kind of famous.
He is kind of famous, and he was an instant hit in the American Pickers lore, because he's got tunnels of valuables and shit. He like has dug like canals and shit in his backyard.
God.
And it makes sense. Like, look at him. Like, he does look like
Mole
a
Man.
Mole Man. So yeah, it was. Let's see. Someone posted about a huge yard sale featuring Mole Man of American Pickers fame. They said the sale would feature multiple authentic Mole Man collectibles, but it turned out it had nothing to do with Mole Man. So I don't think this actually had anything to do with the American Pickers. But somebody was like able to make a garage sale based around Mole Man and do that, which I felt bad at first. I was like, oh man, poor Mole Man. They're using his name. But then I found out that in February, Mole Man got arrested for breaking and entering and stealing $650,000 worth of items.
Shit.
Damn.
Broke into a county barn, turned into a studio.
I think that might be more than what OJ went to prison for trying to steal.
Of his own merch.
Yeah.
But the victim told police he realized that it was Heist, which his last name's fucking Heist.
It's destiny.
When he bought his own mirror.
69?
Yeah.
Maybe his
nice.
first name is Botched.
Yeah, his real name's Mole Man Heist. He's 69. He's a thief.
King.
But he has his own store where he was selling stuff. He was selling the stolen shit there, and the dude came and bought his own mirror back.
Oh my.
Also, this is February 3rd of this year. This just happened.
Damn.
Yeah. Mole Man's from like season 1 or 4 or something like that. Oh man, but yeah, I just thought that was insane that literally just happened.
Bro, what if the Mole Man and the Tiger King are cellmates?
Ooh,
What?
playing a little game of cat and
possible.
mole in there.
Who would win though?
Ooh, my money's on Joe.
He's scrappier.
They
I
might
bet.
just start having sex. It might just.
That'd be an odd sight to see.
His new second husband is Mole Man.
Comes Mole
Holy
King.
Fuck. Mole King and Tiger King. Dude, I'll watch the shit out of that shit. That'll probably piss the American pickers off. So here is the let's see. Okay, yeah. So this guy named Jerry Bruce bought a polar meter that he saw bought in an episode, and it's like a historic farming tool where you can measure degrees of light rotating. I don't know. I didn't look into it that much. It's
nerd shit.
it's nerd farmer shit. It's not even just cool nerd shit. It's farmer nerd shit. So they're gonna sell this antique device for $300. He got a text from Frank Fritz. So this is us switching into Frank Fritz a little bit here, and he got a text from him, and was like, yeah, we're getting this. We're gonna ship it out to you. And then it just never came.
And they just stopped answering.
Yeah, they just started ghosting him on this polarimeter, and he ended up suing them for $1,000, even though he paid $300. Seems like you should be able to get more, right? Like,
yeah, it's weird.
Like that's not that big of a. That's not enough to sue someone in another state.
Not worth the time.
Yeah, the time and energy to.
Yeah.
That's what like small claims is for, but.
I guess.
Yeah. So yeah, this dude. Here's a picture of him. He he sued Frank.
Frank Fritz like didn't show up to court, right?
Yeah, I think they just had to end up paying it. And they just paid him $1,000, which is chump change to them because now we're going to their salary. They make $500,000 a season.
Wow.
And they're at 20 seasons. So that means they both made $10 million off American Pickers.
Just the show, too. Not even all the other shit.
Yeah, not even the
merch and
stores or the merch. That's just like off of the views that it gets on like the
That's
History
not crazy
Channel.
to me. Charlie Sheen was making like $1 million an episode for 2.5 Men at the end.
Yeah, but that was like 100 times that people watched that.
Yeah.
Probably, yeah. But
Say it.
But why can't Danielle pay off that $6,000 if they're making $5,000 a season? Why can't?
I'm sure she made less, but still probably a lot.
Yeah, like
She's a pretty big part of the show.
right. She's always calling them.
Yeah,
She's like, I got you a lead,
she was finding leads.
and I've got new feet pics on my OnlyFans.
Yes, sir.
That's what Danielle says. Yeah. So that's our transition now into good old Frankie Fritz, oil can fetishist, and the bearded charmer.
Yeah.
Right here. Avid motorcycle rider and master bundler. Catch me and Mike on our show. Oh wait, it's not in. Oh yeah, hashtag the bearded charmer.
I think when Frank Fritz is jerking off and about to come, he sounds like the Tin Man from Wizard of Oz.
Wait,
He's kind of like
what?
heavily breathing.
talking
He's just
about
like
that.
oil can, oil can.
No, I think he's more like I need a heart. but yeah. So look at his followers though. Remember Mike's?
Oh,
Remember Mike's?
he wishes he could be Mike.
He's got a third of what Mike's pulling, dude. So he's got to be salty about that, right?
Well, he's objectively less cool, and he knows that.
Objectively less hot as well.
He knows
He's a
that.
bearded charmer, for Christ's sake.
He's started the hashtag. which is so much worse for whatever reason than
Dude,
just.
he probably did start calling himself that.
Yeah, he was like, I need a
I don't
name.
know,
I
bro.
need a
If you're playing
hashtag.
Marry Fuck Kill with Danielle and the Pickers, Fritz is dying every time.
I mean, yeah. So you're what? Fucking Danielle marrying Mike?
Probably.
I would
Mike's
do
got
that.
money.
He's got the mic, or the money, the
I
clout.
want her tax problems. I don't want to deal with that, bro.
She's gonna divorce you, and then you're gonna be $6,000 in debt. Dude.
Yeah, shit. No, I'll take Mike for sure. He's got a thriving business.
Yeah, so frankfurtsfines.com. Most of the stuff he's posting on his Twitter, which been pretty dry.
That
2016.
that's so fucking. That's terrible.
Come on, Double
He's
F.
not
Put
even-
out some fresh content.
Mike
Oh.
has 10K tweets. He has 800.
And all of his 800 are he's basically doing like what moms do with like sharing things on Facebook. It's
Just
like-
leads you right to the Facebook post.
well, yeah, it's not like Facebook posts, but it's like this kid cut his hair and started working out, and his dad did not recognize the results. And it's like him coming down the stairs.
Dude, he's chasing that bag, bro. They're paying him lots of money to post that
Probably.
garbage.
Probably. But the biggest difference between Mike and Frank is that Mike's not about that life. He, collected his oil cans and his stamps and stuff before the show, but he wasn't a picker. Mike's the one out there in the sheds, and Frank just got hired and just started doing it.
Frank's
Personality.
just a pretty face.
He's just a
He's-
charming
Frank's
bearded
just a face.
The face of Frank Fritz. He was on American Dad as himself, played the voice though.
Pretty cool. Pretty cool.
Yeah, like that's pretty funny. I don't remember this episode, but I'm gonna watch this later. So here's his
Damn.
this is his store.
Uh-oh.
So I meant to say earlier, oh shit, hang on, I'm dumb. We totally missed a big chunk of Mike's shit earlier. So
Oh, the clothing.
yeah, the clothing. I totally jumped over this. I totally apologize. Okay, so here's the antique archaeology. This is the store, right?
Mm-hmm.
This is when you were at. Look at the
in
look
Iowa.
look at the top here. Mike Wolfe, shop online, store, blog, Tulane's got stuff. Where the fuck is Frank Fritz? Dude, he's just not on this.
He's only there for the show.
Yeah, he's literally there for the show. So he's got his store, and this is, what he's doing, and this is a very well put together website.
Yeah,
And
very professional.
Consummate professional, bro.
so here's that Mike Wolfe, the Jack Kerouac of junk. That's what it is.
Oh!
The New York Times said that.
God,
What a
motherfucking
tagline.
damn!
All Frank has is hashtag the fucking ugly charming nobody.
Jack Kerouac of junk.
Dude, that is fucking funny. He's a Brad Pitt of garbage.
Fucking God, that's hilarious. But yeah, so Frank's just not up on here. And so here's that clothing line. Ooh, look at this gentleman.
Very, very modern.
Yeah, you get a wallet, you get a shirt, 2 lanes. Less people, more life. Now that doesn't sound the best.
What's he advocating for,
Yeah.
Coronavirus.
Mike Wolfe found coronavirus while picking in this big, dirty, nasty vial. He just smashed it on the road. But no, obviously, I'm assuming he means like be out on your motorcycle in the woods and be around less people. But I don't know. But yeah, the clothes are pretty straightforward.
What
Not gonna,
what you would expect
Yeah,
pretty much from
right.
something like
They're
that.
not turning this, they're not changing the fashion game, but they're
They're for tree nerds.
getting them
they're for
money.
farm
Tree nerds and motorcycle nerds.
farmer nerds and motorcycle nerds. But yeah, so we needed that context to how Mike presents, his store, and like, look at these stores. Like, so you said you went to the Iowa one, Chris?
Yeah, that LeClaire one.
Okay.
That's like their headquarters.
Right. Okay. Yeah. And yeah. So share your story with that then, with the LeClaire.
Yeah. So so my dad's from Iowa, so we were up there just going around. My dad watches History Channel literally all the fucking time.
Pretty
It's so
religiously.
annoying. Literally, yeah. Pawn Stars, American Pickers, whatever the fucking garbage they got on there. They might have Storage Wars on there now. Yeah. So he's like, dude, we gotta go. We have to go. We're going. So we're like pulling up, and I mean it's a nice shop, right?
Yeah.
You like park behind like you see like where that Rusted Out like car or storefront thing is. Park on the other side of it. You go in, bro, and there's like nothing. The shit that they have for sale is just their merch. Nobody like from the show works there. Yeah, it's just like a gift shop, but for the show. They have some stuff there, but it's like literally fucking garbage.
Most of it's probably like all online at this point, and like that's just for people to go.
Yeah,
experience it.
Yeah,
we were the only people there. We talked to them, and they were like, "Yeah, it's ebbs and flows," which just means that like nobody ever fucking goes there.
Yeah, the fact that there was nobody there when you got there is like you'd think that this would be like the Pawn Star shop where there's just people. It just looks like there's people in it. Like
that's Vegas as opposed to Iowa too.
Yeah. But this, I don't know. This just seems like it would be on like every dad's like road trip. Like we're hitting the LeClaire store, obviously. Like,
yeah, in the pawn shop, right? We drove past it in Las Vegas, and that line every day is wrapped around the building.
Oh.
Yeah, and people wait for hours just to be able to go inside
and not even see any of the people.
Yeah, right.
Just to go in there.
And nobody on the show works there.
Yeah, they probably just film for like one day a week.
You probably have to like set up an appointment to come in and show them what you have to sell. Like you have to send them pictures so they can be like, yeah, that's worth it.
Yeah, then they act like you just walk up.
Yeah.
And then they get mad if you call and ask if they have battle toads.
Dude, he did. There was one call where he finally like leveled with this guy and was like I know you're fucking with me, but like,
Yeah.
But that's crazy because they were getting him on the phone. Like they were getting Rick Harrison.
How long
on the
ago
phone.
was that?
Rick Harrison? I thought it was just random employees.
No, there's one specifically where he starts like cussing him out, and the guy the guy apologizes. Do we need to do a whole episode on Pawn Stars? Apparently.
Yeah, I guess so.
Dude, with all the drama between like Chumlee,
yeah,
and
there's gotta be a lot of dirt.
Yeah.
I feel like
But this is an American Pickers episode.
Yes. Also, I tried to pay Chumlee $15 to do a cameo for the pod, and he denied it.
Really?
Yeah, dude, I'm pissed. Well, a lot of people would spend like $50 just to like get close enough to smell Chumlee.
I would do whatever it takes not to smell Chumlee.
Chumlee smells like probably like a fermented Post Malone.
But yeah, so all in all, the LeClaire store underwhelming, right? Just not a.
Yeah,
not
I mean,
too great.
you would expect it, like you were saying, like you go into the pawn shop store, right, and you see like all the stuff that you see on TV and all the things that they've collected over the years, but it's just like a bunch of like oil signs, right? All those gas signs,
all the oil cans.
Yeah, and then just shirts and stuff. I remember I was just like ready to go, but I was also like 15 and not into that at all. So I was like, sorry,
Dad. Not there. So yeah, so here's Frank Fritz's finds though. Here's his store, and look at that $4 sign and 1.5 stars.
Did you?
We got some research into it.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah,
it's
in Savannah, Illinois. Very disappointed. You have to walk through a smelly bar to get to the shop, which smelled even worse. Smelled like a musty, moldy basement.
What?
Weird checkout too. It was the bartender.
Oh no, that's cool. Checking out with bartenders is sick.
But it's
What
in the back of the bar,
fuck?
so you have to go to the bar and be like, "Hey, I want to buy one of those antiques in like the back." And then they have to like leave the bar and go down the hallway with you and go into the weird store. The one entrance is through the bar. Because a couple people talk about it. Dude, look at these reviews.
See, Tracy.
It's so disappointing. What a huge disappointment. A room full of crap surrounded by bars on both sides. The fact that you have to walk through a bar is just like hilarious. Like,
Yeah, dingy hole in the wall bar too.
yeah. So what it is he's friends with the owner of the building, and it's like real clickbait. They're like, yeah, this is Frank Fritz's store, and it's just this shitty antique store that he barely has anything to do with.
So they just get more people into their bar.
Yeah, they get people in the bar, but then they see, it's a restaurant too. Like literally, they're just like literally junk. If you're looking for a wooden tennis racket from the 80s or a Kmart brand snelled hooks from a tackle box, this is the place for you.
I mean, I don't know what people are going there expecting to be able to buy, because all they buy is fucking oil cans inside and a bunch of shit that they like.
Yeah,
Or they'll buy like something for $4,000. Like, I know just a collector for this, and they sell it to one person. They never put it in a store.
exactly.
But-
I think they want to see like the motorcycles.
This sounds like Goodwill items.
This does,
You know what I mean? Not even like, not antiques, nothing cool, just shit that no one wanted that's old.
Yeah, look at this. Really, Frank?
Yeah, it's like a stand at the Gordyville.
Yeah, just like some
Just
shit.
garbage. Yeah.
So this is it.
No way.
This is it.
Bro, that is a Goodwill.
Yeah, it's a Goodwill with a bar.
So yeah, I have a picture of the bar, but look at like the drop ceiling hole.
Damn, bro, that is a fucking Goodwill Cracker Barrel that serves alcohol.
$20 sign hung from the drop
Look
ceiling.
at canoe. Holy shit! Yeah, it's like literally just like donated stuff that looks like look at like the clothes. They're not buying clothes on American Pickers.
Dude,
Garbage.
the antique store that shares a building with the Mexican restaurant down the street, that looks nicer than this.
Yeah, dude.
No,
I
that
bought
place
this
is fucking nice. There's a lot of cool shit.
I bought this giant piece of popcorn from this little antique store nearby. This shit's cooler than everything in this store combined. It was $10. This canoe is probably $800. All right, let's get off of Frank Fritz. Fine.
Yeah, fuck.
Yeah, give him
Frank
Fritz's
Fritz.
bad name.
He
Ain't
wrote a
no
book
fights.
too.
Way less expensive than Mike's book.
That's the hardcover too.
And for $5, you can get a hardcover book.
Yeah, Mike's was 10 for the soft cover. Just
Yeah.
spray it. But yeah, how to pick vintage motorcycles, as if that's like something that you can just like pick up, I guess. Like,
It sounds like a
Read this
BuzzFeed article.
$5 book and you're a pro.
it seems like a like almost like Onion-esque article. Like you'll be picking vintage motorcycles out of the Moleman's tunnels in 5 easy steps. Like, but yeah, they're both on Amazon. So it's hilarious.
Look how many used ones there are. Like, people bought it and they're like,
Oh shit!
it's out of my shelf for a little while.
Oh my.
I didn't buy a motorcycle and make 90K off it. This didn't fucking work. It just taught me. What if it wasn't even about that? It was just like the real prize thing here is oil cans.
It's just clickbait for oil cans.
Hey, he's got a clickbait store. He might have a clickbait fucking book.
Hell yeah.
All right, real dirty laundry time. So,
Say it ain't so, Frank.
Wow.
he unfortunately lost his license after a scary incident in 2017 when Fritz was driving his truck the wrong way on the
Oh,
interstate
God.
when he was pulled over by the police. So there was many calls that a silver pickup truck was going the wrong way, and they found him. And apparently it says that they found alcohol and Xanax in his system. And he was
Damn,
going-
dude, so Frank's fucking partying.
Dude.
No wonder he didn't live that life. He lives in a different life.
But like, how fucked do you have to be going the wrong way down the interstate? Like, you could be
Bro,
blackout.
alcohol and Xanax is a hell of a combination, man. They do not go well together.
It's probably
I
the
know,
best pick to end up going the wrong way down a.
Yeah,
Fucking
that makes
highway.
it. I mean, it makes sense. It's just like to be in that, like to be like, oh, like having to like dodge other cars. Like, oh,
I've heard stories of people who take too much Xanax and rob stores that they don't remember robbing.
the mole man.
Oh,
Mole man
fuck.
was on Xannies. The
That he
mole,
got from Frank.
the mole Xan. That would be insane.
Frank was the mole man's Zanny plug.
He sold him some bad Xanax and he blacked out and robbed a store for
He just found a bottle of it in his tunnels. Frank put it in his pocket.
It's Frank's bottle with like the script and his name on it. But okay, so this is very public knowledge that, you know, he was arrested. But he says, they made me sound like public enemy #1. They said I was drunk and weaving all over the road. I blew a .000 on alcohol. There was none in my system. I don't know if I believe
like that
He
cover up.
pleaded
Like,
guilty.
he pleaded guilty, yeah. So why the guilty plea? For one thing, yes, I did use the illegal U-turn. I missed my exit and turned on an interstate median. So I don't think that's enough for them to say you were going the wrong way down the road. That you used the police median to turn.
Yeah.
That's not going the wrong way down the interstate. I still had THC in my system from the 3 weeks I'd spent in Colorado.
When in Rome.
When in Rome.
So lame.
So then he also said he had a prescription to the anti-anxiety drug Xanax. But it's like, then you shouldn't have gotten in trouble, right?
no, because it just says he had the prescription drug called Xanax.
Okay, yeah. But yeah, he had taken one of the pills the previous day.
Okay.
System.
Okay.
So he had THC, alcohol, and Xanax all in his system, but he was just like, yeah, none of it was when I was driving the wrong way down the interstate.
Yeah, I'm gonna plead guilty, but dude, didn't happen, man. It framed me.
Plus, he has $500,000 a season. He could have fought the shit out of that if he really was like, if he didn't want his name slandered. You know, I'll occasionally use the Xanax, but he had not taken it. They never arrested me. They didn't handcuff me. They gave me a ride home and dropped me off in front of my house.
Look, he's got his fucking answer for everything.
Yeah, which
This is fake as fuck.
here's the thing, there is no mugshot. I looked high and low for a mugshot.
He probably paid one of those companies to take it off.
Yeah, like, dude, I looked everywhere for that shit. But like, Justin Bieber's mugshot's like still out there.
Yeah, but the cop who took that sent it to everyone he knew.
Yeah, he was probably like, fuck this
Like
kid.
1 minute after he took it.
Yeah. But yeah, I dropped my cell phone. I was reaching for
Oh my
it.
god.
I probably did swerve. I'm not a tall guy. He's 5'5", BT dubs.
If any of this was true, right, the cops wouldn't give him a ride home. I never had a cop be like, yo, bro, like, I know you're good.
You're
but-
Frank Fritz. Yeah, no, because like if you know who he is and he was like explaining it very clear, like headed, you'd probably be like, oh, you know, okay, whatever. I have to guess he was like incoherent.
Dude, he had to be fucked up.
But why didn't they arrest him then? Why didn't they get him? Like, I guess I don't know. I guess like you said, they might have. Yeah, the mugshot might have got taken away, but he might have paid enough. He said he wonders why a local TV station continues to report on it more than a year later, because it's probably like all they fucking do. Like, they have nothing else great to report on. They're like, yeah, remember when Frank Fritz was going the wrong way down the interstate last year?
Just bring it up once a week. Like, just.
Yeah, so yeah, I couldn't find it. It's been expunged. That's true. I hadn't had a ticket 34
That's true.
years. It's true. Hadn't had a ticket 34 years. But then, wait, where'd it go? Oh, so they found a couple tickets then that he had, and then he asked whether he actually meant whether he got a ticket while intoxicated. He said that could be true. Think I got it. Like, he just the dates of citations range from 2003 to 2017. He said I haven't got one in 34 years.
He's just a liar.
Yeah, it honestly seems like he's just lying.
Yeah. Just like.
Frank. Oh yeah. Okay. So here,
It says he was arrested right there.
Yeah, arrested. Wrong direction down. Multiple calls. Driving erratically in the law. Oh, wrong lane. Okay.
Only a $625 fine and a year probation. I'd say that's pretty like chill, right?
What state is that? You got lucky.
Iowa.
Oh,
It's a lawless wasteland.
Yeah.
Iowa and Wisconsin and those types of states. We knew a guy from Wisconsin. He was like, "Yeah, bro, I was 24 when I got my DUI. I was like the last one in my graduating class."
All right, so now
Horrible.
the only video, and unfortunately Chris won't be able to hear the audio for this.
Sorry, Chris.
It might
but
work
You'll be able to get
with
the context.
Since we're in the channel now.
Well, can you hear Can you hear this? No. Yeah. Oh, he didn't hear
Okay.
It's been a while.
Okay.
Yeah. So when it was like what 2014, and this rust remover company teamed up with Frank Fritz to do something called the Hero Workshop Day, the American Hero Day. And someone in me and Chris's hometown of Paxton, Illinois won.
Oh.
And so Frank Fritz went there, and it shut down the whole town. They blocked off the entire main street, which is full of antique shops, so it made sense.
Uh-huh.
But dude, they had stages, there was music.
It's a festival.
Everybody in the town went to this. And we'll let's play it a little bit here. The Workshop Hero. Oh wait, we need that. Here he goes. Pick. Look at everybody.
Any local Paxton celebrities in this video? We should
Yeah,
know about?
that's what I was wondering.
There's only the one. The
Non-mentionable for the safe for later.
big vroom vroom driver. So yeah, Metal Rescue Rust Remover Bath. That's like the company that this is all sponsored for. It's just like some shit for fixing, like restoring antiques.
Metal Rescue. I'm just thinking of like a Sarah McLachlan song playing, and they just show like sad clips of metal.
Like yeah, like a fucking
It's all
a
corroded.
bike rusting into the ground. Like. Look at this shit. Signing shit.
Shut down the whole fucking town.
Our tagline at Workshop Hero is about less work.
Workshop Hero.
Who's a workshop hero?
Workshop Hero Metal Rescue Facebook contest.
Facebook
Thank you
contest.
to Frank Fritz, who gave up a couple of the good
He's a little guy.
Yeah, bro, I could beat the shit out of Frank. I could whoop that motherfucker, bro.
You trying to charm these fucking fists.
So let's get ready to bundle!
He'd be the bruise charmer.
So what he yelled there is, "Let's get ready to bundle."
Packages for the rust remover.
Yeah, they're picking up do slave labor. All right, everybody line up. And they do like assembly line work.
Bruce Buffer, he is not.
No, bundle I think is you're like, all right, you want what? 10 for that, 10 for that, 15 for both. Bundle. I think that's what that is. It's like picking slang.
I love it.
I guess if we would have read his
Why?
damn book, we'd
Hate it.
know. Look how happy this little sucker is.
Should we buy both of their books for research?
It would only cost $15.
Exactly.
Man, maybe we bundle and we can get a better deal.
Ooh, maybe it's a little secret mission. Dude, I just can't. Okay, so here's the thing. What about Frank Fritz is a hero? What makes this man a hero to anyone? He has a DUI. He lied about it.
A lot.
He wrote a book about just finding motorcycles in people's garages.
He's 5'5".
He's real.
I don't know.
He's real life clickbaiting a shitty ass bar.
Yeah, he's clickbaiting the little must bar.
Dare I? Boys, dare I say,
What?
Frank Fritz, enemy of the show.
Enemy of the show. Might be the first brawl of the show. Might be the first person you physically have to fight.
What if that happens on the next Who Would Win? Me versus Frank Fritz.
Dude, what if he
We need
Kool-Aid
Fritz
Man's
versus
in?
Frank Fritz.
Wow.
Yeah. So yeah, his name on Twitter was Fritz Picker. So that sucks that you can't get that, because you picked a little Fritz when you
did.
you adopted it.
Well, it's kind of like he picked me.
Oh, that's deep.
Nah, bro, I grabbed him because he was being a piece of shit to the other cats. He kept tackling him. I went, that's funny. He's a funny cat.
He's a little funny guy. But all right, we're wrapping it up here. We got a few more things. A lot of people online claim to have interactions with the American Pickers team.
Yeah, people on AshleyMadison.com.
Yeah. Much to the surprise of fans, these interactions usually paint them as irritable and sometimes downright mean. Whether the allegations are real or false, Mike and Frank don't get along in real life.
Well, obviously, Mike's a real one.
And also, they kept saying that the show was going to end because of like all this, but it didn't.
That check.
That's
Too enticing.
Yeah, like I can get along with this little fucker for.
They don't even have to find shit. The producers do all the work finding the spots. They put fake shit in there so they can find good shit, and it's exciting.
They only have to travel half as far as they say they are.
They probably don't even drive.
Yeah, I'm actually in I'm in Iowa. And I'm saying I'm in fucking Colorado.
Like, this is a cake job.
Dude, but it's crazy how long working next to someone can like just tear away at that relationship. There's the Tigers announcers. I ever talked to you guys about this?
No.
What?
So the Detroit Tigers, not playing baseball right now because of the whole virus thing, but they were going to roll out a whole new commentary team this year because their commentary team last year got into a fist fight in the middle of a game towards the end of the season. So they had like a whole substitute team the rest of the season. They fired both of them. But they've been working together for like 10, 15 years.
Oh
my
God.
Man.
Like, so I'm working with people. I'm probably going to knock one of you two the fuck out if we keep doing this long enough.
For 15 years.
Yeah. Bro, we'll come to blows.
That's what happens when you let 15 years of shit pile up.
Yeah. If we get it out and we are honest with ourselves, and also if you can get your anger out on this little man's face when you fight him, then we'll be good. So, so I guess just people have said not great to be around them, which sucks. Because they seem nice on the show. They're putting up quite a facade. Okay, this is where this one it gets a little wild. AMA, I am the TV producer who created the show American Pickers and was screwed out of everything.
Whoa.
So
drop the bomb right here.
Yeah, so Buddy, what's his name? He goes by Crazy Eyes because he has Crazy Eyes Productions. I wonder if he has like Steve Buscemi eyes.
Maybe.
Silly name. I was young. So yeah, he met Mike in it says a Starbucks in Iowa, and he just gave him 20 hours of footage, and he was like, "Oh shit! Like I'm trying to make, TV, and you already got this." And so they started making the shit. A year later, Pawn Stars takes off. Huge company Cineflix met with Mike, put together the pitch with the old footage. History Channel bought the episodes. Cineflix didn't want anything to do with me. Squeezed me in as the sound guy. Shot for 3 days before being let go. You'll notice some hot, scratchy audio. They blame that on me. He made $750 before taxes for helping create American Pickers, dude.
Yeah.
3 days of shooting.
3 days of
Well, I mean, but he did all that work producing it, like, at the beginning.
Yeah, like he got
shooting
it off the,
episodes and shit.
Yeah, he got it off the ground and got it to where they were like, "Oh, I like this."
Yeah.
And then so like he's like, no disrespect to the crew, and I'm still good friends with Mike and Frank. Mike got into shouting matches with the producers over my involvement. Clearly, he lost. So like he fought. That's crazy.
Mike's a fucking man, apparently.
Yeah, like he just needs to name his next book something better, and then he'll be,
Yeah. Well, I think he chalked that up to a failed idea, though.
Yeah, that's very true. He also said that when he would go out to lunch with them, Frank was hitting on waitresses nonstop, and it was like working, apparently.
What?
So I guess the bearded charmer thing.
Maybe a waitress called him that. She was like, "You know what, Frank Fritch? Hashtag bearded charmer."
Don't hit on your waitresses.
I mean, yeah, like I think you could if you're nice and you give a good tip, but like if you're just hitting on them, it's flat out hitting on them. Yeah, like that's not the move.
Don't hit on them.
But apparently it was working. The guy was like, he was baffling me. Crazy Eyes was like, he was blowing me away because he was saying shit like, "How much does a polar bear weigh?" and stuff. He was like opening with lines like that. Which I don't know I don't know the answer to that. I should have
That's some 5'5" shit, bro.
That's some Frank Fritz shit. He seems like the kind of guy who would fucking be like that too.
Oh man. But then finally, it's just kind of like, why are people watching it? And it's like, whether it's fake or not, whether they're dicks or not, whether the items are planted or not, people
It's
want.
peaceful. It's low stress and it's inoffensive.
Yeah, they want the stories of these items.
There's no hard opinions. Yeah, like you're saying.
They want it. Like, I think, yeah, part of the coolest thing is you see how these people live and how content they are, just like in this like wasteland of like rusted junk.
Right. It's wholesome. It feels educational. You get some zany characters. You have some everymen and Mike and Frank.
Yeah.
I get the appeal for sure.
Yeah, and they do a good job of covering all of this up. Like,
Yeah.
you gotta look a
Very
little
good
bit to
job.
find, and like none of these people, to my knowledge, have killed anybody, unless Mike Wolfe actually did release the coronavirus, like we said. But
He might have.
to my knowledge,
Less people, more life.
but they're not really doing anything too bad besides driving the wrong way down the interstate. That seems to be the extent of it. But it's just so funny to see the side of it, I guess, because everybody's human and has these airs. But
Yeah, well, and people have said they were mean, but, and this goes back to when they visited Gibson. Apparently, a lot of their footage got ruined because there was some kid from our town who was just following them around with a video camera. It's like, bro, I don't know what the fuck that kid
Wow.
was thinking. He was just like, oh yeah, I'm gonna get cool footage of like the American pickers coming to my town.
Jimmy Tatro said that when they were filming the boat scene of the Real Bros, that these kids on a boat kept rolling up and being like, "What's up?" And they're like, "Dude, like I know you're excited to see us, but you're ruining shots that are like the sun's going down. like we have to get this shit." Oh man. But yeah, that's American Pickers. That's their dirty laundry from what I discovered on them.
Interesting.
There might be more. There might be less if the Iowa police are framing Frank Fritz for some reason to make him public enemy number one. That would be a wild conspiracy.
That would be.
'Cause that's from where he's from. What if it was like
Just some guy who hated him from high school.
yeah, like one of the cops would like hated him and was like, "That's that bearded charmer that would get all the girls."
I would bet a lot of money that that's not the case.
Holy shit. Oh yeah, but that's American Pickers. So thanks for tuning in. Thanks for joining us, Chris, on
Yeah. Appreciate it.
this very
Always.
historic history channel. That's what
History
it's all
Chanel.
about, is the history. Yeah, West Coast Chanel. All right, it's been a
Yeah,
while.
this
Been a
episode's
while.
history.
That was good. Bearded Charmer out.